All right, we are
It's a great way to start.
Yeah, right. Masturbatory walls. Welcome to Radar Friends. I mean, everyone's walls look good. Those windows, the texture behind you, Lee,
Yeah.
that does something to me.
Well,
At the booty call house. So.
I got to make this quick because I got to finish robbing this house. So.
And there you have it. Rate this guy, guys. No, hey, David. How's it going, David Ray Martinez?
Hey, it's going great. Just happy here in the booty calls house. You know what I'm saying? Just,
oh my God. This is my life.
Wherever you need to shoot stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Is he there though? Is he there?
It's a she. It's a she.
Listen, you are an equal opportunity.
I mean, I'm tantalized and I've been hit on
friend.
my game. Hey, listen, I just like women though. I just like
when you throw that polyamorous out there, it could be.
That's funny, yo.
It could get bigger.
Yeah, I believe in polyamory. I just don't believe in putting my stuff in his polyamory.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We accept all here at the pod.
No doubt.
I'm Lauren Jones. This is Radar Friends, and this is episode 2.
Oh wow.
And you, yeah, Lee. I mean, you made the
I'm
cut
early. Yeah, look at that.
You made the cut.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you guys thinking about me so early on.
You got a good, and you have a good podcast voice.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I
You're
appreciate
very welcome. David's is like.
Well, he's the hype man, so that's what he does, man. We know him for what he is. We love him for what he is, the hype man.
We j'adore David Ray. So we're gonna go in with a bunch of questions to get to know you better. I just met Lee, but I already feel very bonded with him. He's a thief. He likes the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like we're both from New York. We're down.
So New York, yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to ask you like kind of 10 to 20 questions where we're going to grill you a little bit to see how we would rate you as a friend. And we have a very loose, margin of how we're rating friends. Lower level, like well at the bar, middle grade, we're calling like a bomb ass. We're calling the top grade a cousin. Now, previous to you, we interviewed Brandon North, who is a geologist and a comedian, a good friend of mine, and we gave him second cousin status. So wow. we added a layer down from cousin. So you could end up creating your own, category on the wheel, if you will. But we're just hoping that none of our friends are just like garbage after we interview them.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't mind being garbage because there's a room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? I have goals that I need to achieve. So if I start at the bottom, the only way to go is up.
The only way to go is up. I have a feeling you are ready above lower level because you've like good voice and have made me laugh, which is not always easy. I'm not always.
I mean, you starting at bum ass nigga with me.
Yeah. But you know what? Lauren is drinking a hot toddy, so I'm imagining she's not even.
Yeah, we don't talk about what's in my cups. I just worked out too, so I deserve, a kick before we watch football today.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so let's go in, Dave. Like, you want to give some backstory on Lee, or you just want to go in with the question?
Backstory on Lee. I don't even know where I met Lee at. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, where did I meet
Came from heaven.
Lee at? We
met at a mic in Queens. It was the Mike Geffner mic.
Oh, okay. So it was Mike Geffner. So I was thinking, I thought it was Mike Geffner's joint. So I met Lee out there, and then him and I we found out our birthdays on the same day. He's 2 years.
Oh, all of us are Scorpios.
No,
Libra.
Oh, you guys are Libras. That's right. I'm a Scorpio. We're October.
Oh, you are? Okay. My wife's a Scorpio.
Does that explain a lot?
Yeah.
And I'm Puerto Rican, Irish, and Italian.
Yeah.
I'm so confused right now. I don't even know where to start with that.
I know, a monster. This is what a monster looks like.
No, I love Scorpios, man. One of my closest friends are my closest friends are Scorpios and Libras. So
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like we're all so close in the bunch.
Yeah.
That and then a Capricorn is always like a nice little finisher for
you got good taste too. I mean, you invited me here, so you definitely got good taste.
You know.
Yes, you made the approval list.
and Dave is your partner, so I know you definitely got good taste.
God, this guy here.
I feel like, David, if you go and you hit 5, we can both look like we're hitting 5. Go other side. Oh. Boom. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Now we got to go down. I can hit down. If you hit up, Lee, then it looks like we're doing it. Ready? Go. Hells yeah. Okay, so you guys met at a mic in Queens.
Yeah, met at a mic in Queens, and then we both were single dads at the time, and he's 2 years older than me, but looks younger than me. So it's just like one of those things, like fuck you. But you know, he's the one that he walks into the room and girls go like this. Oh, they just grab their titties real quick. Woo! And I walk in and it's like, yo, why are you bringing this nigga with you to kill the
Are you guys the same height? Are you guys both tall? David's really tall.
No,
right?
David's tall. I'm average height. I'm 5'10". So
okay,
yeah.
I'm 5'3".
But Lee wears suits.
So everybody's taller than
Lee wears suits and sweaters that are, you know.
I used to.
Taz. I call them Taz sweaters. You know, tight ass sweaters.
Oh, like so if he just went like this, it'd just be like,
yeah, you know,
with the Hulk in the back.
He wear that silky material, so it'd just be like the rayon and shit.
That
so
fitted.
My wife dresses me, so that's what.
That fitted. Hey, but you were single when you guys met, so there is you can't even blame it on her.
Yeah.
But anyway, and through the years, he's always been a motivating force behind me, you know, giving me props, and when I'm like I'm a piece of trash, and you know, he's always been there for me in all ways. So I mean, he's one of the dopest people I know.
Come on, man. Who cutting onions, B? Stop cutting onions right now, yo. Got the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. No, let me tell you something. So, Lauren, when I met Dave, right, we clicked instantly because he's a great person, right? Mm-hmm. So we clicked instantly. And, you know, one thing that I learned is that I'm kind of in tune to like the energy of people, you know what I'm saying? Not to be corny, but I'm kind of in tune to that. And David and I are very similar. Number one, we're born on the same day. We have very similar traits and characteristics. So if I'm feeling a certain way, I kind of feel like, you know, maybe he's feeling a certain way. So when we talk, he's like, you know, I'm down about this. And my thing is, I always want to be the motivator, or I want to see people feel good. I want them to do well. I want them to feel well. Right. So that's my thing behind, and especially him, because we have that connection. Mm-hmm. And, you know, by default, dude is great because he's raising Sebastian, you know what I'm saying, by himself. That shit is not easy. I was raised by a single dad. So that's our connection too. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to, and I know him and I know his talent. And one thing that we have in common is that we're almost too modest to a fault, right? So if I push him and I see him doing well, it's only going to bode well for me because that's going to motivate me. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the thing that I have that we have in common, that, you know, I want to see him do well because it helps me out too. And a selfish.
I agree. You know David and I got to know each other better after I had to leave New York, to be honest with you, which was funny. Like, we ran in similar circles, but didn't hang out as much. And we talked after the fact. And then we both like talking on the phone. We must be both old. Like, it was.
You know what? Stop this texting stuff. Just call me.
Right. It's a lot easier when it turns into a big, long conversation. And then I was down in Atlanta. My dad wasn't doing great, so I ended up coming back home, and home was New York, and my family all relocated to the South. So I'm like northern. I've lived in both areas for most of my life. And,
interesting. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say something. I know David is my friend, but I hate the way he holds his coffee mug. Bring up your coffee mug again. Hold it the way you was holding.
What were you doing?
Look at this fucking grip. You had the other finger up, and it made me so angry for a moment. I was just
like,
you were giving it a thumbs up? You were like this?
Why you still got the spoon in your cup, bro?
That's not easy to do.
Still churning his chocolate. Yo, that shit is hilarious, man.
Yeah, you know. When you
all right, I'm sorry. I'm taking this shit far left, man.
No, you're not. It's about you, Lee. It's 100% about you. All right, let's go. You want to go in with the questions?
Yeah, for sure. So, so is there an event from work that you think you would ever see a sketch about? And could you like explain what that sketch would have been?
Yeah, so I'm in IT, right? But I don't talk to clients, right? I deal with other IT people, and I just got into security a year, but before that I was a network engineer for a long time, right? And we have this thing, and
can I stop you for a second? Because I just got some college, so I don't even know anything what you just said.
We told him what a query was on the last.
I'm saying podcast. Like Laura's into like computer stuff.
I see that you switch cups too. I appreciate that. So
this is winner.
So we have this. I network engineers. We have this thing about about kind of being better than everybody else. So. And I think my sketch would be like being the angry IT guy, right? Mm-hmm. Like all the time, every time somebody comes up to me, hey, Lee, I'm like, fuck out of here, yo. We don't want you. Nah, you do that shit just, you know what I'm saying? So just anything angry IT, or treat it like maybe a sketch. Like I had this sketch idea one time about the Nino Brown, the Nino Brown in when they were in the conference room and they got infiltrated. Yeah. So I wanted to reenact that sketch with somebody breaking into our company. You know what I'm saying?
From New Jack City, yeah.
Yeah, and just smacking the shit out of one of the light-skinned dudes who weren't doing their job. You know what I'm saying?
You were not on the right DNS.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And how would you cancel that nigga?
I'd hit him with a firewall.
I'm rescinding your SSL cert.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny.
This is nerd comedy.
Yeah. That is pretty fucking funny.
Like, we could totally do like a malware conference and be like the comic relief.
Yeah. I've thought about that shit too, man. I'm trying to get there too.
Yeah.
But that's hella funny. Smacking the shit out of somebody with an SSL certificate. That's so funny. David's just laughing because he don't get it, but that shit is
so when you see a website that says HTTPS at the end versus HTTP, the S is an extra certification that's on. Without getting too technical, it's encrypted to keep you extra safe on your site. So
they don't have that on Pornhub, but if you use your credit card on Pornhub, then you'll see that.
They have the S, because that's PII.
Right.
Personal data, right?
That's right.
You have, so it's all about protecting you from,
this conversation just went from comedy to a TED talk.
But that's what this is about, right? Because
this is a Skillshare now.
It is, but Lee, listen, that's what's cool about your brain, right? Like you have, I mean, I do it too. We have to switch from these like super technical brains, and only people understand what it's like to have to do that. And then you're at night on a stage, talking about your butthole or talking about like whatever. Right. You have to deal with this nonsense all day with people in the network.
Yeah.
And then you've got to somehow, harness that energy and take it out on stage, which can be really good therapy if you're able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we already have to code switch too. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to come off that hood shit and then be suit and tie guy and, comic relief too. So, yeah. I feel that. I'm sorry, but go ahead, David. My bad.
No,
Did I answer the question though?
Yes, I got the picture when you see. I got the hood reference. I like Nino Brown, New Jack City. Yes,
right.
I understand your urban terms at the time.
I had to urban it
together,
up. Together,
he and I are one big thought.
I was like, oh shit, that shit is dope.
I need a cloud bubble right here.
David's like, I'm really hungry. I'm not understanding what that was.
Shit.
That's why I was saying, that's why we have our friends on Radar Friends, because we got dope ass friends.
Mm-hmm.
If I need someone to put my son just got a gaming computer, I'm looking at Lee. I was like, if he just becomes a Lee, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Because we're first generation from Panama. So I'm like, whatever happens, if my son gets to a certain level, I'll be happy. I'm good. Yeah. But who was a mentor or someone you look up to, not to get deep, a little deep, like a mentor, someone that you looked up to during your come up, and whichever way you want to spin it, of course. And
I've been lucky because I had a lot of people to look up to. I had a few people who were in my life who, like, I was on the wrong side, but I was raised by my dad. So that's the dude that, every time I made a decision coming up, I was like, yo, I don't want to disappoint my dad. So that was like he's like the person that, I look up to most. Like, he did it by himself, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I always do shit, not to please him, you know what I'm saying? But to make sure that he doesn't have to worry, or that he doesn't have to, like, I don't disappoint him. So that's my dude. But there's a lot of people that, like my brother-in-law, God rest his soul. One time me and my mans, we was trying to buy a brick, and he raised the price of the brick so we couldn't. He outpriced us on the brick so we couldn't, because he didn't want me in the game, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that. I always love him for that. But yeah, my dad was the dude for me. That's like my guy. He don't know shit about IT, but I didn't hustle in IT because of him. I hustled, kind of did, but just so that he wouldn't be disappointed.
Where is Dad today?
Dad is chilling in Delray Beach, Florida.
Nice.
Living the life, you know what I'm saying? He's safe and shit like that. He all right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's doing good. I speak to him just about, at least once or twice a week. Shout him out. Good. It's my man's.
And I think it's important. I mean, I'm very blessed that both my parents are still together. They actually just celebrated their 40th wedding anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And
that's easy to do when you don't have the internet, by the way.
Right.
So shout out to them.
Right.
Shout out to your dad getting married pre-iPhone.
Yeah. But I will say that not everybody has like a dad to look up to. So knowing that you had that, and that David has had that in his own way, his awesome dad, and that David is an awesome dad, and that you're an awesome dad. Like, that's something that we don't see a lot. And I think it's important. Like, I props to both of you,
Thank you.
and your dad, because boys need that. Girls need that. I don't think I'd be a whole person if I didn't have, I think I'd be in a shitty relationship right now if I didn't have, like, my dad is the man that I can trust the most.
Right.
You know?
That's very important. Very important, man. So I'm grateful. And as you are too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
This could be a different podcast if you didn't have a dad. This might be a podcast about stripping.
Issues. Yeah.
He said he wants me to slap me with his SSL certificate.
Fucking David with the callback, yo.
That's getting money.
Good,
getting money. I heard he's in security.
Yes, hit my cash out.
That's pretty good.
Ow. You got to do it right. Ow.
All right, I don't need to learn.
I don't have daddy issues. I can still do that well. Yeah. That's just because I sound like Edith Bunker.
Yeah. Oh, Archie.
We've made that joke before. Where I'm just gonna sound like that as I get older.
Oh shit!
But I can do Eartha Kitt as well.
That's good. That's a good Eartha Kitt. Yeah.
I know.
That's a really good Eartha Kitt.
Ow.
This is just gonna be the voiceover show.
But I'm truly just happy that your brother-in-law raised the price on the brick. So
yeah,
that's great.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, that'd be another great sketch too. You're like, nah, come on, man, that nigga's gonna get shot. Look at him. Come on, man, ain't nobody gonna buy that.
He's wearing too tight of a shirt. His shirt is too fitted right now.
Look at that sweater. They're gonna murder my man.
I can't hide anything underneath it. Where is it going?
Oh man, you put a 22 on him, he's gonna weigh less.
Shit.
So God bless the day, because that's real, man. Is there a slang word that you and your friends used to use that ain't nobody know what the hell y'all was talking about?
Yes. Yeah. Back in the day, me and the homies created a and it's mad offensive, but it's mad offensive and mad sexist and mad misogynist, but you know, we use it anyway. It's bluff. It's bluff. Bluff. It's an acronym. It's borderline ugly but fuckable. That is. So when they would be walking around New York City, they'd be like, "Son, it's Bluff City out here," and you know exactly what they took. Yeah, man. So that's the one word
that's good. We came up with one on the last cast because some sweaty girl came up to David once and was like, he's like, she's beautiful, but she stunk. She stunk like onion. So we called her a bunion.
Oh, shit.
She's a beautiful onion. Stinky woman.
A blooming onion.
Oh my God.
Bunions and bluffs up in here. I like it.
You know what? Because you're right about that. But you know, like that's what I know. I know in the hood we make up words just to be like, because I tell people, like, when I'm having conversations with people, they saying Lee. I'm like, yo, you don't say his name in the street.
Right.
You know who the fuck you talking to.
Right.
You don't need to, or if we say Lee's, or we say one time, that's it. We know who we talking about.
Right.
You don't need to say the name over and over again, because now the streets are listening. People are walking, hearing you, all that stuff.
You never know who's got their ear. Yeah.
And I was like, yo, we made up all these kind of acronyms and words just to make sure people didn't know we was making fun of them in the street, because you get messed up.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think people already make fun of the way I say certain things too. Like in the BX, like everybody I know says mother instead of mother. We don't pronounce the TH.
It's my mother.
It's my mother, or your baby mother, or your baby father. You know what I'm saying? There's no TH. We just replace that shit with a V. And you know, that's the way we say it. So that's another thing that we do. But I think that's geographic, that's location, you know, location based geographic.
He still, when he sneezes, he goes, your mother. Doesn't talk like that all the time, but there are certain things that he does still say.
You can't.
That's the only time he says it.
Well, you can't take the Bronx out of people. It doesn't matter.
I don't think you can.
Not.
Because even though people listen to me, they're like, "Oh, you don't sound like you're from the Bronx," but like my eyes and everything, like I'm watching you. I'm like, I already know how to rob you if I needed to.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, it's crazy. Like people were like, "Oh, I was watching some movie with a friend. I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's how you do things. You want to know how to make a free trick, all kind of stuff." They're like, what? They're like, you're crazy. I'm like, that's what I grew up around.
Yeah.
You know, I got friends coming out of jail who've been in jail like 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? So like real life people, but like I said, I know we all had different slang terms. So I was like, I need to ask this question.
Yeah, no doubt.
Lord. Do you have a hobby besides watching sports and watching your child grow? How old is your son anyway?
Lee Jr. is about to be 15. He'll be 15 in a little bit. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy how fast they grow, man. And
were you a monster at 15? I was a monster at 15.
I was in the streets.
Were you?
Yeah, I was in the streets. Like not to say like 15, 16, I was, you know, trying to bag girls. That was the thing to do back in the day, you know, just bag shorties. And
you should try to I used to go to Parkchester with the boys with a little bootleg boombox, trying to talk to chicks in Parkchester. You know what I'm saying?
Parkchester had all the joints back in the day. The joints on the 6 train was the best in the BX. Like, I'm sorry. Now Lauren is like not in the conversation anymore. Like, this is like a BX thing right now. Yeah, there's joints in Parkchester because they had a little bit of money. They was a little bit more middle class.
They live in condos. You know what I'm saying? So we like.
So were you like tinted? Dun, 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 dun. Were you doing that with your boombox? Like, what were you doing?
That was a little bit. We was younger when that was happening. When everybody was popping and locking and shit. We was way younger.
Yeah, you Shabadoo too. P.S. Rest in peace. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. That's terrible, man. Terrible.
Died.
Not Boogaloo. Is he Boogaloo from Breaking?
Not Boogaloo Shrimp was the other one. Shabadoo was Ozone. He was like the one that wore the
light skinned dude.
Yeah.
With the pretty dude with the
had the one that had the affair with the white girl. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man. That shit is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's the thing about getting older is that people you used to watch on TV are starting to die, and you like now your shit is immortal. You know what I'm saying? Like you start thinking about, let me drink this.
That was a big deal. Like that movie. I'm a little bit younger than you guys. I was born in 81.
You're a lot younger.
I'm not a lot younger. I'm 39. Yeah.
I was already in 3rd grade when you were born.
That's not that different. How old are both of you?
I'm 46.
I'm 44.
Okay. You are a lot older.
Yeah, exactly.
You are my limit on a dating.
Oh, yeah? Just imagine if I'm 7 years older, right? If I'm 7 years older, that means when I was graduating high school, you were in 5th grade.
Right?
So imagine me going back to elementary school, like, yo, shorty, let me holler at you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's so fucking
awesome. Like that you do that math, because there are people that don't do that math.
No, they need to do that.
Don't do that math. Freak me out. I think everyone needs to do that school math when they're thinking about dating people. Yeah. I really do.
I have nieces and I have nieces who are fucking grown-ups now, but I have goddaughters who are like teenagers now, and I'm like, put some fucking clothes on and like immediately, and I don't ever want to. I put full length. Wear a Snuggie outside, yo. Like, I don't.
You're going Hasidic.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
You're going full Muslim garb. Like, put all that shit on. I don't want nobody to see. But yeah, so you got to do that math because that shit is creepy otherwise.
Creepy.
Agreed.
Math. I got you. Creepy math. All right. So you're trying to say I'm a horrible person. So anyway, but the question was, what is a hobby that you have that?
Damn, we completely went left. No, I like I'm into boxing, so I'll go to the gym. That's a hobby of mine. That's really, I like to play the piano.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I do. I wasn't trained or anything like that. I just, started playing. My dad, who's probably going to be the only person to watch this, he I mean, from my side, he the only person but when he used to puff, he used to play the guitar and shit, and he would get on the instruments. I'd be like, oh, my pops is at it again. He hit the spliff because he on the guitar and shit like that. So I never smoked, but I picked up that habit of just every once in a while just playing and shit like that.
Did he play better? Or did he only
I don't know because he didn't play sober. So,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's the thing that I do. So boxing and piano is kind of.
And then did you do comedy too? You guys met in a mic, right?
Yeah. But that's my profession, yo. I don't think that's not a hobby. It stopped being a hobby when I started going to 5 mics a week.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I can't let this just because once that shit gets in you.
Now it's a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it becomes like your profession almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting paid for it sometimes.
Right.
You're doing stuff with your friends, making videos. It's not a hobby anymore.
I would say everybody should try it at least once. You know what I'm saying? And get up there and know what it feels like and feel how difficult it is. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like an enema. I think. If you, it is the first
I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
I think the first.
Maybe prune juice.
If you get the runs, you're in.
Yeah.
You're addicted. You're like, I will never have a problem again pooping.
I'm not going to do it every night though. I'm not going to try to do it.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot sometimes. Yeah, but like we know when you're 5 nighting it, we're like. That bathroom is
a little bit too much. Oh shit.
No, that's hard. All right, so okay, so I didn't even know you played piano. So you play a little bit of piano. That's dope. I didn't even know that. See, things I didn't know about you.
Yeah, that's dope.
But should we start the round robin questions?
Let's round robin.
Yeah. So these are questions that that these are just my own personal questions that I'm just like, I need to know. So, Tim's or sneakers?
Tim's. Nah. Sneakers right now.
All right.
I'm in my Jordan phase.
Okay.
Is that because of the pandemic, or is it just?
No, it's just I could finally afford it, so I was like, let me get as many Jordans as I can. And I
just got a pair of all white ones, the new ones.
Oh yeah, nah, I don't fuck with white. I do all black.
For pandemic, I'm like, I can wear white whenever.
Yeah, you can. It's past Labor Day. You feel free, Lauren. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. We had a black president, so you could do.
Thank you.
I don't know what. I just made that up.
I'll take it. I will take it as a pass.
We had a dumb president. Feel free to do whatever the fuck.
Whatever you want to do. Wear clown shoes. Whatever you want.
Oh my goodness. What do you feel is your greatest accomplishment?
Lee Jr. Mm-hmm. That's it. There's nothing, when you can recreate your life, and have it done better a second time, there's nothing better than that. You know what I'm saying? Happy, healthy little boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's mine, but he healthy. I got the receipts I got the child support receipts.
That's what I'm saying,
Mine, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's my greatest accomplishment. There's nothing better than that. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. We're put here to, help people and to recreate, to keep the human race going. So I accomplished that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I made this shit too serious. My bad, yo.
It's very sweet.
I should have said some self-serving shit.
David said Go ahead, David.
No, you know what? Okay, so I should have known that would be the answer. So what is the next one then? What would be your next greatest accomplishment?
My next greatest accomplishment would be, you know what? I reached a level career-wise, coming from where we come from, it's this kind of, I took a different path. So it's kind of like I've reached a level of my career where I'm really good at what I do, or at least I think I'm really good at what I do, and I'm rewarded, I'm compensated for it. So that's an achievement, right? That's because a lot of people don't, I had my hobby as a kid was computer shit, right? So I had the Commodore 64 and the VIC-20. My pops put me on, and then to be in that profession, right? Like, I went to high school for it, and I went to college for it, and I'm in the profession, right? That I set out to. So I would say that's my second.
And it's hard to evolve in that profession.
Yeah.
From my own experience. So
you got to keep learning. You got to keep studying.
Yeah.
You got to keep.
You can't just, because it's like, especially if you're in security now, that's changing every freaking day.
Every day. Yeah. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Awesome.
And I work hard for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
All right. What did your dad do for a living, if you don't mind me to say?
That nigga worked for the post office. He clocked in at 7, was out at 4.
Is he in the post office, or was he actually a postman?
Nah, he worked in the post office.
Okay.
So, no, shout out to my dad, because he did that shit for 30 years, and he was always, he made the choice of that profession so that he could have money, because he had a son to raise. You know what I'm saying? And he retired doing that, and now he's making a good living. And the coolest thing about it is that when I walk into the post offices where he worked at, and they know I'm his son, they tell me how great of a person he is. And, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, don't come at me with that sappy shit. No, I don't use stamps anymore. I haven't used stamps since '86.
Did you collect stamps?
I did not.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
Are they worth anything anymore?
I don't know, but they're very pretty to look at. Like, even this year, there was a hip hop stamp that came out that was kind of cool looking.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and they like, I think money goes to something affiliated with certain organizations sometimes with them, but I don't collect them like I used to. But I feel like if my dad worked at the post office, I'd be like, get me the newest, freshest stamps.
There's a old lady out there who's passing on her stamp collection to her grandson, and he's looking at her like, the fuck is this, grandma?
True that.
That's so funny. My brother, which branch did he work at, if you don't mind me asking?
Say it again.
Which branch did he work at?
He worked in Hackensack, New Jersey. So he worked like around Bergen County, but mostly in Hackensack.
That's a nice area.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So Illuminati, real or fake?
I'm not smart enough to comment on that shit. So I'm gonna say that shit is real, because somebody's got to be pulling strings somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, if enough people are talking about it, then the shit is real. Like, at some point we gonna see aliens. You know what I'm saying? Because if motherfuckers is talking about it and they've made thousands of movies on it, the shit got to be real. Somebody's seen something.
Okay. What's your
I think the better question is Jay-Z and the Illuminati, and the answer to that is absolutely yes.
Yes. I second that.
The answers. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for real answers out here in these speak. I'm saying, so what is your greatest IT secret or power?
My greatest IT secret
or power that you got.
My power that I have in IT. Oh, when you said IT
secret.
All right, I'm gonna tell you a secret in IT. You don't got to be smart to do this shit. Like, everybody thinks you got to be smart now. You just got to hustle. It's just like any other hustle. I used it as a hustle, right? I was like, okay, I'm okay at this. How can I be better at this so I can make some bread, right? And it's really all about feeding your family. So you don't got to be smart to do this shit. You just got to have effort and just, have good work ethic.
If you could get me a gift, what would it be?
If I could get you a gift, what would it be? That's a good question, because you like to get things yourself, and you're the type of person that you would appreciate anything. So it would have to be I'll get you a tight ass sweater, because I know deep down, since you noticed my shit, you was like, damn, I want to be able to wear one of those too.
I used to be that nigga. I used to be when I had lost 45 pounds, and when I met my ex, I was working out every day. So you know how the clothes start. You go into the gym with your big champion sweater, like I'm working out, and then next thing you know, you in dry fit. Dry fit, your nipples was out.
Felt,
you got them 3 abs. I had 3 abs. I was like,
I had 3 abs.
Yeah, so I would say, I would ask you first, because you'll appreciate anything, but you're kind of specific in what you want. You'd be like, I could get it myself. I don't really need anything, but I would either ask you first or get you something that I've heard you mention.
All right. So
can I throw one in on the gift?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever re-gifted? And if so, what?
All the time. Probably just the other day. So whenever I get a gift card from a vendor, I give that shit to my son. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Daddy loves you. You know what I'm saying?
So you re-gift it and you take mad cred.
All the time.
Okay.
No shame. With confidence. Like I said, everything you do has to be.
A gift card's a good re-gifter, though. A gift
card needs a fine fare. There should be like a C-Town.
That's a good re-gift, though. Okay.
Been to a supermarket and something like, what the fuck am I doing with this? I can't curse at him. I guess I'm giving my friend sandwiches. That's all right. So you see me out with a woman you boned in the past, pre your wife. Do you tell me or not?
Nah. Especially if she's already told me not to tell you. If she's with you, right? If she's with you, it's like, she made the right choice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going, it don't matter. That's past. You shouldn't even care about shorty's past. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter.
Okay.
Will you tell your friends if they have food in their teeth?
Yes. If she's trash though, if shorty is trash,
that's a better, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna tell you. I'm gonna be like, son, I smashed. I mean, get yours, but don't wife it. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be my advice. Like, do what you want to do, but I smashed. If she's trash, but if she a good girl, I'm gonna be like, all right, she picked the right dude. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's if she doesn't say don't. That's if she says don't tell him. But I also feel weird because that happened to me like a couple of weeks ago. You know, I'm a nasty bitch. So
in the pandemic, David, you're gonna get it.
Listen, I was doing it with antibodies. I ain't got none now.
Keep your legs closed.
So now I'm licking poles to get me COVID again one more time.
Oh keep your legs closed.
But like
plug up the hole.
You know. But one of my mans, I saw him on his page with a chick that I was with, and like I didn't say nothing, but then like she hit me up and she was like, "Oh, I see you and him are friends on Facebook and Instagram."
After you saw the picture of them, she hit you up?
I mean, I didn't reach out to her because you know because you could play stupid. I could play stupid because it's a picture, right? So I didn't have to see it. I didn't hit like. I didn't do nothing. I was like, oh, okay, he's with her. Oh, you know, she ain't life changing, but she does what she needs to do. You know? Anyway, so
Maroon.
So she hit me up. So she hit me up like, yeah, we peoples, like, you know, we're not like best friends or nothing, but she's like,
oh, that's different too. That's different too. If that's not your man's, then it really don't matter.
Yeah, that's why I was just like we.
But why did she hit you up? That's what I want to understand.
Well, you know, because people want to know the dynamic nowadays. When you add people on Instagram or any kind of social media, immediately one of the first moves is going to your friends, see who your friends are. Then people go in there. And
so, do you think she wanted you to give her information about him?
I don't know. I played stupid.
Or was she just trifling?
She was probably thinking like, don't say nothing to him like that to like open up doors, and you know what I'm saying? Because when we was rocking, we was in an open joint. You know what I'm saying? You do you, I do me. You know, I see you later.
So they're like booed up. On a date. Is that what's happened?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Are they like a couple?
They dated hardcore. So
if you put a picture on Facebook, you're definitely a couple.
You're a couple. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm not on Facebook. So.
Yeah, so like, you know, so back in the day, she would go out with dudes for dinner, and then she'd hit me up like, "You home?" Or can I come through? Is the boy up? I'm like, nah, that nigga.
So she's like, "Don't tell him about my past."
Yeah, and she would bring me burgers from other dudes would pay for. I'm like, I'm
shut. I'm
gonna eat burgers. I'm gonna eat that ass.
Holy Moses!
Let that man
live. That's a
That's
regifter if I ever heard one.
That's why I would never. See, that's why I said if it was
she regifted burgers that aren't even like just fresh out the grill.
Yo, she was a maniac because she would text me. She's like, "Yo, I'm not too far from you." I was like, "All right, come through." She's like, "You want something to eat?" I was like, "Yeah, bring me a burger." She'd come like, "Yeah, I had him order a burger before I left because I told him I had a rough night and I needed something to work. I had work to do and stuff." And she'd bring me a burger. I'm like, "See, this is the kind of chick you want, though." But I know my man's is not like that. You know what I'm saying?
That bar in your life is so low.
Yeah. You know what?
I appreciate that, though.
Yeah.
Own it. You own it, but it is low. Okay.
It's low. I mean, we all get low, at times, but I think after the marriage, to the window. So
to the wall.
Yeah.
To the wall.
Literally you to your walls.
Yep.
Masturbatory walls.
Skeet these walls.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Was that it? All right,
I have one.
Yeah, look up. Yeah. I got one more too.
Sorry. To protect have you ever had, and I think I know the answer based on our conversation today, but if a friend is not present in a situation, but people are talking that smack Ola, will you protect them in their absence? Or do you stay quiet?
Nah, I would speak up. I think I don't really hang with chatty patties that much, so it's not like something I don't really hang out with people like that. So if you're talking about my mans, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what I'll say. Depends on the context, but yeah, I don't really hang out with people like that, and I probably would say something.
Okay.
Like I haven't had, or I would defend them. Yeah. Let's just say that I would defend them. Be like,
you just wouldn't let them be drugged.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, but he good at this. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was talking about David, I'd be like, chill, that's my man's, and he good people. You know what I'm saying? Leave it at that.
Like it.
So they've been talking about me. I got you. The best lie you ever told, and it's
hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's just say for a second, I was with a shorty, right? Let's just say, and Dave is my man, and she's like, oh my God, he's so nice. I'd be like, yo, fuck that nigga. Yo, word to my mother, don't talk about him no more. Nah, but
girls change this
right. Right.
Noted.
It's all about context.
Noted. I like this question Dave is about to ask you. This is like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, the best lie you ever told, and it's still going.
Best lie I've ever told, and it's still going. Then I'm a good dude. No.
Well, you said that though. I'm a good dude.
Question mark.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because I can't lie, because it's hard for me to lie because I can't keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Is it on your face? Or is it in your voice? Or is it both?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
Right? Because to lie, it takes a lot. Like you tell little white lies and it's like nothing. But to have a lie go on, I couldn't do that.
Keep it going. Yeah.
And you know what? I kind of want to treat people the way I like to be treated. So I wouldn't lie to anybody to who it matters to. So, you know what I'm saying? So a lie that I don't know, man.
Did you tell a stupid lie as a kid?
Yes.
That a lot of people believe?
There was a dude, like when we was coming up, there was a dude, because I was from New York, right? And I moved to Jersey. And, I was still always in New York every weekend, right? Like it was like a summer home, right? So when there was a dude that came to play ball at our school, he was from the city. And I was like, yeah, that's my cousin. And everybody believed me. It was stupid, but everybody rocked with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, that's my cousin. You know, I don't even remember who the player was, but he was nice. And I was like, yeah. It's like when you, like they say, once you heard woo out of the blue, your family's from Shaolin. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those lies where just to be cool, I was like, yeah, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lie that I remember.
This is the second one where I think we like had a relative of something. I think Brandon's was like the same thing. Brandon's was like, as in fourth grade, his uncle was best friends or something with George Lucas. It was but it's like a relation.
Yeah, that's a good. The dude that I said was my cousin probably didn't even make it to the league, so that shit was lame.
You were like, I'm gonna capitalize on this anyways, because if it takes me somewhere, then I could get maybe a girl out of it.
Yeah, I was a little shorty too, man. That was so stupid.
That's a good one.
Yeah, well, but what did you learn about this last year? From yourself going through all of this,
that I don't like people. No, that we're going to be good regardless. I don't need much. That's what I learned. I learned appreciation. I appreciate my wife. I love my wife. She's been a blessing. She's been the best thing. That's the best decision she's ever made for me, was getting married to her. And that's, that's really all I need. You're like the health and, love is really all you need. Nothing else really matters. You know what I'm saying? And having someone that truly loves you unconditionally, that shit is dope. And I'm only saying that because she could probably hear me. Nah, she can't hear me. But yeah, that's really it. That's really it.
And you guys survived it, because there's a lot of couples that didn't, that realized this was your newlyweds and then went into COVID.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's a learning time.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but she's fantastic, man. So I love, you know, I know people are struggling, but my shit is great.
That's great. That's great.
Fantastic.
How did you meet your wife?
We met at a restaurant. Actually, yeah, we met at a restaurant, and my man was talking to them, and I was like, "How you know this fucking bozo?" And she was like, we just met. So we started talking, and then she was like, "Do you believe in God?" And I was like, "I love this bitch." You know what I'm saying? And
she was hitting the hard-hitting questions early on.
Yeah,
I like
right
that.
away. Kind of like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we met at a restaurant, and you know, I courted her. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Shorty was fine. As our first date, I was like, "Yo, she bad. And I was like, "That's my lady." So yeah, ever since then.
It's like an old-fashioned love story. I love it.
I mean, it's me though, so she couldn't resist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I bagged it. You know what I'm saying? Confidently.
How tight was your sweater when you guys?
Yo, the first date, it was kind of loose fitting, but it was still like.
You felt you could see it. She could see the lines.
It was tight in the arms.
She could see your 3 abs.
It was a full keg, but.
Is that her?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Aww. Does she want to say hi?
Some say hi.
She's saying hi. Look, she's fixing her hair.
She's gorgeous.
Mira, puro pelo suave. Puro pelo suave.
Hello. I need to ask her, how tight was Lee's sweater when you first met him?
It was so tight. I fell in love.
I love it.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Shit.
Truth. Women are telling the truth on this podcast, everybody. It was very tight. So tight, she was ready to marry him. So that's the takeaway. Go to a restaurant and wear a tight sweater in 2021 when everything opens up. You boo up.
Yeah, actually, when we met, I was wearing a polo. So I had on a tight polo.
It was a gun show.
Yeah, it was a tight polo. That shit was extra medium. And then when we went our first date, it was kind of cool. So I had on a tight sweater.
Got it. So David, we need to update your tight wardrobe.
Nah, by summer I'm gonna be out here.
Form fitting. Don't call it tight. Call it form fitting.
Yes. I mean, I'm very sure.
In my dating profiles, I've been putting curvy. Curvy.
I get everything. I get a lot of things altered because I'm so short, but not to the point where I think it's too form fitting. But you know, we be wearing yoga pants this year, so everything's working.
Everybody is.
My booty call just gave me some wool running pants or some shit.
Ooh, that's a good woman. She care about your health.
Yeah, she care about my legs being nice and toasty.
Yeah,
walk, and I was like, booty calls don't walk together. You know what I'm saying?
That's a keeper, yo. That's a keeper.
Yeah, right now walking is the dating of COVID.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
that's what you got to do.
These are like $100 running pants. I'm like, I'm not running in them. I'll walk in them.
All right, son. I know that's how you know you piping somebody out when they give you $100 gift.
I did go on a date recently though, where we went walking around a golf course because this is where I live right now, and I had a big sweater on, but it got cold because he brought beers to the park afterwards, and he could see me doing one of these numbers. This guy whipped out an extra pair of gloves from his bag. And gave
golf gloves?
No, just like he had extra pair of gloves.
Wow, he's a resourceful dude.
That was cute. And then he was like, "These are boys' extra large gloves from Target." And I was like, "We both fit in them, okay?"
He's working hard. You know, that's why I tell people don't court no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he made an effort. I thought it was cute, right?
Yeah.
And he brought beers to the park, which I wasn't ready for either.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to think, you got to think like courting is like thinking 10 steps ahead. Because first off, you're trying to cut off every other motherfucker from getting your woman. So if you're not putting in that effort, especially nowadays with the internet, you got old school boyfriends saying, "Hey, mommy, how you doing?" And
a lot of competition.
A lot of competition. You got internet dating. You got
he has zero competition right now. There's nobody trying to court me. I am.
No, but I'm just saying.
Thomas Express over here.
I'm saying, but the things that he's doing, you're talking about it on the podcast.
Right.
And those are the things that he's like, yo, she's gonna remember this shit.
I did remember.
Because you're like, oh my God, it's so sweet. Yeah. But he could have been like, bitch. He could have been like, bitch should have brought her own gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I literally went. I did one of. Like I did one of those.
That's good. That's good, man.
Sweet. And then he was like, please go get the scarf out of your car. You're making me cold. I was like, I will.
Right, well,
I'm gonna give you second cousin status because.
Oh shit.
So, like I really feel like I know you after an hour plus, and I feel like you would have my back in an alley.
No doubt. And you've been in my house practically. So
I feel like family. I think that, and I would love to do a show with you when I'm back in New York.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome.
I don't know. I think if it's for me, I'm gonna have to say I would take Lee as like a stepbrother from my mother's side, though. From my mother's side. So you gotta fuck with him, but he got a different daddy that takes him out and does shit.
Right. I got the fun daddy. You know what I'm saying?
You got the fun daddy, and I'm like, fuck this nigga, but I love him though.
Yeah. You know when I come home on Sunday, you've been there all weekend because your daddy forgot to pick you up. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna say Lee's like my stepbrother from the same mama.
Love you, kid. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you very much. This was fun, man. I'm glad you guys hooked me up, man. This was dope.
Thank you for coming. And anytime you do anything like, comedically, let us know. We'll tag you. We'll add you to stuff. We will talk you up, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No
Likewise,
problem.
man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
Bye,
I'll speak to you, brother.
Sorry to mess you up on your game.
I know. I'm sending good energy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, guys.
Fuck the Jets. Fuck them goddamn Jets.
Stop.
How you blow your draft picks? Son? Crazy.
You mad because Saquon Barkley hurt. All right, bye.
He really logged off.
He did. He's like, see, I gotta go watch.